Hello, Thabreakmasta here, and I'm doing another review. Just bringing them out. I'm doing Rock Lee's Springtime of Youth. I am Rock Lee. Yeah, and this was a very interesting chapter, I have to say at least. So we'll just jump right into it. Basically, this whole chapter addresses how Rock Lee has a rivalry with Neji, and he wants to be able to beat him or at least be on equal terms with him and stuff like that. So it basically starts out with Rock Lee, talking something about that, and then he ends up capturing these three dudes. I don't know who they are, but he ends up doing this weird looking taijutsu thing because he's all saying he can't do ninjutsu because they already addressed that, but that's what they addressed again in this video, in this chapter. And he ended up doing this little spin kick thingy, some ballet kind of crap, and he wore this tutu with a, I don't know what it is, but it looked weird. I don't know what I'm gonna say. It looks weird. So read it. I warn you. It just looks weird. He ends up doing that, and capturing the band. And he's like, "Yeah, I bet Neji couldn't do anything like that." And Neji ended up capturing this big old dude. He's like really big. He's like three of those dudes put together. And so Neji's like, "Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't be there to help you guys take out these little minions." And Rock Lee's like, "I can't do it." Like he wants to top Neji in this whole thing. So he ends up, Neji gets all his praise and everything. Like, "Oh man, he's so good. He's a genius and all that stuff." And Rock Lee's like, "I can't take it. I challenge you to a match right now." He's like, "No, it's like next not right now," but he said next week or something like that. They trained for a week with Guy Sensei, and Guy Sensei's all doing his training and stuff, and he like Rock Lee was trying to do this Byakugan looking thingy, and he's like making his eye try to roll back roll back of his head, his eye roll back of his head, and it was stupid. And Tenten's just in there like, "Oh wait, what are you doing this for? You look so stupid," and just spazzing out the whole time in this. And then the day comes when he has to get to train. This is the funniest part of the chapter, is when Rock Lee comes out and everyone's like, "Ah!" Because Rock Lee comes back and he's all buffed up and crap. He's like, "Oh my god, what kind of training you did?" And he's all big and buff. And then and then it goes to Guy Sensei. Guy Sensei did the same thing, except one arm is not it's not big. It's like one arm's all huge, the other arm's all small. And Sensei's like, "What's wrong with your other arm?" He's like, "Well, I only worked on one side, so that's why he's like that." And then they actually start fighting, and then Neji's all doing his triangle around palms, and when that happened, all his muscles deflated basically, and then he's all small again. And he's like, "Oh, I can't believe that actually happened." And then they're all explaining how that happened, and because Tensei thought that was air coming out of him, but it was chakra, So when Neji hit that, he knocked all the chakra out of it, and then they start. Then I can't exactly remember what happened after that, but then Rock Lee ends up like getting next to him and started to headbutt him and crap, doing this like there's a Byakugan looking thing, because he's trying to do this Byakugan looking eye, make his eyes come back of his head, and then he's like, "What's he doing? What is this new technique?" And he gets up to him like, "Oh, bam, bam, bam," and it's like, "Oh my god!" It's so stupid. It actually worked on him, and then they both end up getting knocked out. So it was a draw, and then in the end, Neji ended up acknowledging that he's a great ninja, and Rock Lee's like, "Yes, finally." and then at the end of this, Guy's like, if you keep training hard, you'll someday be stronger than Neji." And then Neji's like, "What?" But yeah, that's the whole chapter. It's pretty funny. You should check it out. But on that note, break out. Yeah.